Yeah, hello Phils. How are you doing today? This is a nice Wednesday for numeracy. So now today we'll be doing something a bit higher than we've been doing since the beginning of this week. So remember we've been talking about odd and even numbers, and we have learned that even numbers are numbers that can be divided by 2 without leaving a remainder, and odd numbers are numbers that cannot be divided by 2 without leaving a remainder. That is, even numbers are numbers that can be shared into 2 equal parts, while odd numbers are numbers that cannot be shared into 2 equal parts. Now, we've learned about even using the number chart to find out the even numbers and odd number, just like by staring at it, like getting it from 1, the odd numbers from 1 3 by adding 2, and the numbers you keep getting, adding them consecutively like that, like 1 3 7 9 11 13 etc. Those numbers are odd numbers. And on the number chart as well, you can as well be able to discover that even numbers start from 2, and when you keep adding 2 you get the next and the next and the next, like 2 4 6 8. And I can see that some of you responded well yesterday. Now today we want to now find out how can we now tell if a number that is actually big, that is, I'm talking about a number that is like maybe more than a digit in form, maybe like a 2-digit number, a 3-digit number, a 4-digit number. How can I, or how can you be able to tell if it's even or odd? What are you supposed to do? Is it a big deal, or is this something simple? Yes, and I can promise you it's something simple. You just have to be able to observe something, then you'll be able to tell if it's a even number or an odd number. So stay with me, relax your mind, everything will be sorted out today, and you will be starting the lesson fully just after this video. So stay on the edge of your seat. I'll be right here. So bye.
Hi, kids! Today we will learn what are odd and even numbers. Let's start with even numbers. Let's see if 8 is an even number or not. You have 8 marbles. Can you share them with your friend equally? Let's see. Yeah! You can give 4 to your friend and keep 4 with you. And any number of things that you can equally share between 2 are even numbers of things. So, 8 is an even number, as we can share 8 things equally. Let's take another example. Let's see if 6 is an even number or not. You have 6 candies. Can you share them with your friend? Let's see. Yeah! You can give 3 to your friend and keep 3 with you. So 6 is an even number, as we can share 6 things equally. Wow, that's so easy! Also, don't forget 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 are even number of things, and all the numbers ending with them, like 28, 36, 40, and 50 are even numbers. So what have we learned? We have learned that any number of things that can be shared equally are even numbers of things. Okay, now let's learn what are odd numbers. It's exactly the opposite of even numbers. That is, If you cannot share a number of things equally between the two, they are odd number of things. Let's take a few examples. Let's see if 3 is an odd or an even number. Can you share 3 apples with your friend equally? Let's try. Oh, you can't, as 1 apple is left. So 3 is an odd number, or 3 apples are odd number of apples. Let's take another example. Let's see if 5 is an odd or an even number. Can you share 5 apples with your friend equally? Let's try. Oh, you can't, as 1 apple is left. So 5 is an odd number, or 5 apples are odd number of apples. Good. Now don't forget. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are odd numbers. And all numbers ending with them like 19, 17, 25, and 13 are odd numbers. Good. So what have we learned? We have learned that any number of things that cannot be shared equally are odd number of things. Now, go ahead and take a quiz to see your progress. Bye-bye. Tootway has thousands of animated videos on math, English, and science to clear the core basics of these subjects.
Yes, kids. So this is what we want to consider for today. We want to consider multiple digit even and odd numbers. Multiple digit even and odd numbers. Now, let the objective clarify this to you a bit, that what we intend achieving with this lesson is that you must be able to tell if a number having more than 1 digit is even or odd. You must be able to tell if a number having more than 1 digit is even or odd. Now, let's go into this lesson proper. Now, listen. Remember, what we are trying to do is for you to be able to tell numbers that are more than 1 digit if they are even or if they are odd. Now, for numbers that have more than 1 digit, like 48, you can see 48 is 2 digits, 195 is 3 digits, 4054 is 4 digits. Now, for all these kind of numbers, you'll be wondering, like, how can I be able to tell if it's even or it's odd? Like, will I start dividing by 2 to see if it has a remainder or not? If it has a remainder, then I'll call it maybe an odd number. Or if it doesn't have a remainder after dividing it by 2, I'll call it an even number. Will I go that length to be able to determine if it's even or odd? Or will I use the number chart to start looking for a number chart that will get to maybe like 1,000 or tens of thousands to be able to figure out if a number is even or odd? Big numbers that have more than 1 digit, like this 48, 195, or 4054 that we just mentioned. How can I be able to tell if they are even, if each of them is even or odd? Now, the best way to determine if a number more than 1 digit is even or odd is by checking the last digit of the number. It is just by looking at the last digit of the number. If you look at the 48 now, you will see that the 48, what's the last digit of 48? That's 8. If you look at 195, what is the last digit of it? Is 5. And if you look at the 4054 that we used as an example here, that we listed as an example here, you see that the last digit is 4. Now, the way you can tell if a number is even or odd is by considering the last digit. Now, any number that has 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 as the last digit, that number is an odd number. Remember, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, even 11 and 13 and so on that we keep adding to that we got just yesterday, they are all odd numbers. Now, any number that has 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 as its last digit, it is an odd number. Looking at the numbers that we listed above there, that 195, we can see that 5 is part of the list, and we consider 5 as an odd number, and 5 being the last digit of this number makes the 195 an odd number. Now, let's move on to the next part. Now, looking at this, look at the instruction here. Any number that has 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 as the last digit. Any number that has 0, 2, 4, or 6 as its last digit, or 8 as its last digit, that number is an even number. Now, looking at the numbers that we listed here earlier, look at it. You can see that 48 has 8 as its last digit, making 48 an even number. Then 4054 has 4 as its last digit. That makes 4054 as an even number. 48 having 8 as its last digit makes 48 an even number, and 4054 having 4 as its last digit makes 4054 an even number. So the number that ends as the last digit, or the digit that ends as the last digit of a number, would help us in determining if the number is even or odd. Now, let's look at the examples. Examples: find out if each of the numbers below is odd or even. Find out if each of the numbers listed below is odd or even. Now, already we know that 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 each is an even number, and we have already known also that 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 each is an odd number. Now, when we find them as the last digit of a number, we'll be able to determine what it is. For 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, if they end the number, the number automatically becomes an odd number. And when a number ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, that number automatically is referred to as an even number. So let's look at this example. Find out if each of the numbers below is odd or even. Now, the first number we have here is 92. Now, let's look at the 92. What is the last digit of this number. The last digit is 2. And what did we say? Is 2 an even or an odd number? 2 is an even number, and that makes 92 an even number. Now, let's look at 97. 7 is an odd number. 7, which ends 97, is an odd number. And it ending the 97 makes 97 also odd. Odd. Now, the next number is 195. What number ends 195? The number is 5. Is 5 an even number or an odd number? 5 is the last digit here. 5 is an odd number. So being the last digit that ends 195, that makes 195 an odd number. Exactly, an odd number. Now let's look at the next number, which is 670. It's a 3-digit number, but what we consider to be able to figure if it's an even number or it's an odd number is the last digit. And remember, 0 is listed as one of the numbers that if it ends a number, the number automatically is referred to as an even number. So 0 ending 670 makes 670 as even number. So the next number here is 1296. What digit ends 1296? Being a 4-digit number, the only thing we consider is just the last digit. And what digit ends 1296? That is 6. That is 6. That is what you look at. Now 6 ending 1296, 6 being an even number, ending to 1296 makes 1296 even. Yes, even. So it's just like as we have said, if an odd number ends a number, it makes the whole number odd. And if an even number ends a multiple digit number, it makes the multiple digit number as a whole even. So let's look at the next 4 digit that we have here. That's 9,989. What, we don't have any business with every other digit. What do we consider? We only consider the last digit. And what's the last digit here? 9. 9 is an odd number. 9 is an odd number, and that makes 9,989 an odd number. Can we see that? Can we see that? Good, 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 good. You're doing well. So let's consider the next question in it. The next question is 3,000 or 31,278, which is a 5-digit number. We can answer as many digits as possible, but the only thing we consider is the last digit. And what is the last digit? The last digit is actually an even number. It's an even number, and that makes 31,278 as 5 digits as it is, makes it an even whole number. And 17,000 now, 657. What do we consider the last digit? It's also a 5-digit number, but what we only consider to tell if it's an even or odd number is the last digit, and that is 7. 7 is an even or odd number. It is an odd number, and that makes 17,757 odd number as a whole. Now, let me tell you the importance of this. We've just figured out everything here, but the importance of telling if a number is even or odd is for you to be able to know if the number can be divided by 2 without leaving a remainder or not. If you know a number is even, you will know that, oh, this number, I can actually divide it by 2 without leaving a remainder. Please note this. And if a number is odd, you can quickly tell that, oh, this number is odd and I cannot divide it by 2 without leaving a remainder. There will surely be a remainder when you divide it by 2. So that is the importance of knowing and determining an even number and an odd number. So let's hold on and check out this puzzle. Now this is the puzzle. Now this is the puzzle to conclude on this lesson. Now the first puzzle asks, we cannot tell if a number having more than one digit is even or odd. We cannot tell if a number having more than one digit is even or odd. Is that true or is that false? Is it true we cannot tell if a number is having is it true that we cannot tell if a number that is having more than one digit is even or odd? Is it true we cannot tell if it's even or odd? That is false. We can actually tell if a number having 2, 3, even 7, 8 digits is even or odd, and which is something we have learned today. Now, the next thing we would be considering, another question here says that we consider if the last digit is even or odd to know if the whole multiple digit number is even or odd. We consider if the last digit is even or odd to know if the whole digit number is even or odd. Is that it? Do we actually consider if the last digit is even or odd to be able to know if the whole multiple digit number is even or odd? Or do we not consider the last digit, or we consider something else? That is what? Yes, true. We consider the last digit. If the last digit is even, then the whole multiple digit number is even. And if the last digit is odd, the whole multiple digit number is odd. Now, looking at another one here is, it asks, the essence of the lesson, like we have concluded earlier, that the essence of the lesson on even and odd number is to know numbers that can be divided by 2 without remainder. Is to be able to know numbers that can be divided by 2 without a remainder. Is that true? Is that the essence of the lesson? Is that one of the essence of the lesson? Yes, true. This lesson will be able to tell you and will be able to make us know the numbers that can be divided by 2 without leaving a remainder. It will be able to also make us know the numbers that cannot be shared into 2 equal parts. Even numbers can be shared into 2 equal parts when they can be divided by 2 without remainder. That means you can share the quantity in 2 equal parts, like say 4, 4 or 3, 3 or maybe 7, 7. That is one of the essence of this lesson. You'll be able to tell numbers that can be shared into 2 equal parts, that this is number that can be divided by 2 without leaving a remainder, and you'll be able to tell those numbers or those quantities that cannot be shared into 2 equal parts, that is, that cannot be divided by 2 without leaving a remainder. So I believe from now on, when you are given maybe a quantity to share between you and your friend, you'll be able to know, oh, can this quantity, can we share equally, or can somebody feel cheated or something? You'll be able to tell. If the quantity, let's say you have 6 sweets, you'll be able to know that I and my friend, we can share this equally without a fight, without a grudge. But when the sweets, the number of sweets is 8 or is 7, you'll be able to know that, oh, 7, that means somebody will have to have more than the other person. So this is the essence of the lesson, and I believe you've been able to learn this and you'll be able to use this in your everyday life. It is an immortal knowledge. It is a knowledge that grows with you, that stays with you, that you use always. And I am thankful that we have been able to learn it up to this point. So good. So have it in mind. A set of assessment questions will be given to you to accompany this video. So I'm glad you all have been with me through this lesson. It's good. So we'll be doing something on this or some more practice tomorrow by the grace of God. So nice one, very good. Keep practicing, keep studying, and keep learning. Good. You can keep playing this video over and over to be able to learn more. Good. Have a nice day. Bye.